Brown Hornet actually got a radio or two from him. Actually, that's 1, 2, 3, all frequency and drifting. And probably Brown Hornet threw that fucking radio away.
They're talking about a radio they got from Red Hook that nobody is talking on at the moment that they shot up. Hey, Boogie, you'll have to clarify for 2-5 Oklahoma. He has no idea who you're talking about or whose radio you're talking about.
He's known for that, man. Am I right though? That radio did make it out of Brown Hornet's possession. What again? Oh, no, I heard Brown Hornet say he ain't. Okay, I'm clear on that. I heard Brown Hornet say he never gave him a radio. I believe it. I don't know who the hell it was. I believe it was the 2 Guns radio that I saw that Red Hook had, and that's it. But I ain't hear big things about that radio. Brown Hornet said stop lying about that radio. No, I believe it. It was just the 2 Guns radio I believe I saw come out of Red Hook. And up to now, that's the first thing I ever heard about that radio, and it ain't good.
Cheers. You can't 2-5 boy. You're trying to say everybody I did it.
Got from the radio to a real shop.
Now when he realizes Richie had nothing to do with this, who cares? I'm back quiet.
And Shadow Master radio right there. It sounds good.
Homo.
It sounds good. I believe it. I hear that.
That's
radio.
what the fuck I call a homo delayed reaction.
I got the radio to take radios out. I got the radio of radios right here. What's up? Porqueria. Porqueria. A whole lot of that shit. You know, porqueria? Porqueria means a piece of Somebody said, the Shadow Master said in Brooklyn, we call that shit bullshit. I get a radio from Brooklyn, I will shoot that shit. Yeah, if them dirty-ass Jersey radios, them dirty-ass, overmodulated, underpriced, got a fancy about to be for the radios from Jersey. Jersey radios? Yeah, look, nigga, all quiet. Yeah. Because ain't no technicians out there. Somebody don't let them cross the line right there. I got I'm out of here. Bell CV radio to Mefwee, they know too much. They know what the golden screwdriver does. Wolfgang? Well, you can just say, hey, I pay $1,800 for a radio. Yo, Boogie, you got these boys staying quiet, bro. They love the sound of your radio. This is a $10 all-Obama radio, and I got the Echo Max 2000 that I just pulled it out and took some of the dust off. Just got a microphone check from Mr. Brown Hornet, and that's it. I put glue on it. Oh, shit. Everybody's nice and quiet. They love the sound of that radio. It sounds good. The radio sounds good. My voice is messed up, though. Also, the radio sounds better. Yeah, but I was waving out there at 911, Mr. 911, because I heard you out there. 73, man. I heard somebody over there say something, but I don't know if it was for me. He said top of the evening to you. I know them boys right here, they'll have a ton of time crossing the borders I am. So, buenas noches, right back. El Cuco, Boogeyman. Se tiró un peo. I said these guys are sitting back on the side, trying to hear the right way to tune up a radio. How much more to the left you got to take that radio, Boogie? My radio to the left. This radio comes from Bell CV Radio. All you have to do is go to YouTube, Galaxy 93T, Galaxy DX 93T, and then put 4 pills on it. My radio is a 1x2. Oh, sorry. My radio is a 1x4. Okay, do me a favor. Grab the first button and turn it to the left a little bit. Grab the right button and turn that one to the right a little bit. Tell me what it is. That's your better. A bunch of monkeys. Listen, I'm gonna get on the side, man. I just want to hear what 250 got to say out here. Fuck off. You need a better trainer, Shadow. I knew it. I knew it. You wasn't going to be far from your beta radio. You better watch out. I know you got that pretty screen out there. Shadow Master on point?
You need a better trainer.
He wants you to have the same trainer that trained him out here.
The coast isn't clear.
Hey, Shadow, he wants you to be trained like him, to lick lap on command.
Delusional. He's telling you you're a champion. He's lying to you.
he's 250. Let him down easy, bro.
Shadow. I didn't know you were being led around on a leash. My bad.
Now y'all got my little pet. Y'all got my little pet project on loose, out the leash. Está suelta. Suelta como gavete.
You might have me screaming 3 Tennessee, I'm clear.
Another hobby, man. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, sorry about that. I have to run out.
Yeah, for some reason I thought you left me all abandonado. Yo, do me a favor, bro. Shake up some dirt over there in Jersey, because I need some attention out here.
Nah. The pitbull was barking, so I have to go over there and find out what the hell was going on.
I want to know which radio got the AK-47, Boogie.
I have to take another radio to put it in their jump out.
Hey, Boogie.
A pitbull was barking. I have to go over there with my 2 friends in my hand, Smith and Wesson.
Yeah, listen, which radio got the AK-47?
Yeah, I want that. That's a 959. I want that radio.
That was a 148F. That's a Frank.
That's the one that got the AK-47 or 148?
No, but that radio look clean and mean too.
Which Shadow, you seen the radio he's talking about?
In that radio in person. He had that radio on him when he came to install the 29. Take my 29 with him.
Okay, so who was that, Richie?
No, that was 2 guns. The radio was for 2 guns. It had a really pretty decal on it. He cleaned out all the chrome. The radio looked almost new.
Okay, so the radio was for 2 guns. But who had it in their hands? Where did you see it?
Colonel Master, don't forget, right, that he
Hold up, Richie.
radio back, because it's in the radio back. He didn't want to fix it. We ended up with the radio back, and he didn't pay for it either, man, for the damages.
Who we talking about here, Boogie Shadow? Who we talking about?
That was a radio that came from the royal hands of Red Hook.
Oh, okay, Red Hook, okay. Well, listen, you definitely have the right trainer, because 25 Below would like to convince you you're talking about Richie.
Yo, this radio that I'm running right now is real hot, bro. This is a hot little radio right here.
Conversation. Do you think they're talking about you?
Yeah, really, man. As soon as he figured out you weren't talking about me, it's who cares? See how much weight I live? See where I live?
Not everybody will be talking about you on the radio.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I ain't heard anybody say they took an AK-47 to one of my radios yet.
You do pretty good work, Richie. I believe in your radio skills.
Yeah, well, a lot of people feel that way. And a lot of people who can do it hate that. But, man, I got a long running repertoire. I got one of the longest running reps on the East Coast. And I'm sure Miss Millie will back that up for me with no problem.
Hey, Shadow Master, if he wants to see one of his radios with an AK-47...
Usually she puts people in tears. Usually when they hang up on her, they're crying because it's the last thing they ever expected her to say.
Hey, Shadow Master, I shoot that shit with the Russian AK...
I believe it, man. Poor radio. I'm really surprised that radio was wound up being an unfortunate little radio.
I could have sworn I just heard 9 Dumb Scummy.
He's out there. He's coattailing you. You better watch out.
Nah, they can't coattail me, man. All they do is lick my drip. They can't coattail me, man. They just lapping my drip.
Listen, yo, 911 and 250, y'all better get this guy. Y'all better get this guy on the hook because he think he's got the comeback for everything.
I know I do. I got the golden rap trap. I'm a silver-tongued devil. Don't you know that? I'm a silver-tongued devil, and I belong with my own little fit devil. I'm back out.
Well, enforcer's gonna tell you up right about now. Watch this.
Well, enforcer has to go dream about being an enforcer. Yeah, he has to get his little part in Star Wars. And don't let him know I murdered his Death Star. I'm back quiet.
That's it. We're gonna let this happen. I gotta get out of here. Yo, Boogie. Limousine driver, trouble, enforcer. Yo, 911. You troublemaker. CK. I know you out there copping the mail. Everybody out there on this side of Brooklyn, all there Topside, Topsail Beach, everybody out there in the Rockaways, everybody out there in the Cays, everybody out there in the Bronx, I'm saying I'm out of here.
Oh, Shadow trying to be an MC these days, Brown. Hey, Brown, oh, Shadow trying to be an MC.
Evening, limousine driver, Jersey, riding. Buenas noches.
You gonna have me screaming for Tennessee. Oh, Brown, an MC. Hey, Brown, Shadow trying to be an MC tonight. Brown, I hear you scratching. I cannot make you out, but whatever you said turned on 2-5 Oklahoma severely. You're 127 back in my cut.
Crackhead Richie. Everybody knows him as Crackhead Richie. Why is that?
Because they're all hoping he smokes crack with them.
It's because the truth will prevail, and it has.
Mr. Enforcer, you could claim it as truth all you want, but nobody around here in the tri-states backing your ass up in any way, shape, or form. They laugh at you when you say that. They realize how turned out Richie turned this crowd out into. Understand? When they hear that, man, they're like, damn it, boy. After 10 years, they're still trying to prove Richie could have cracked their head and he didn't. Dang it, boy, I'm back quiet.
But they all call you Crackhead Richie in the tri-state area, all over the 50 states, and the fucking moon or the fucking Martians call you Crackhead Richie.
Well, nine, whoever calls me that's really nobody important, nobody I'm progressing with, nobody that's getting right and I'm making money with, so why should I give a flying fuck? It's nobody real important. It wouldn't bother me if I was smoking that shit, you know, then I would feel exposed. You know, unlike you guys, see what I do to y'all? It would definitely bother me if I was smoking that shit, because then I would be exposed. But seeing as I ain't got to worry about that kind of shit, I ain't got to worry about any exposure it might get me. You follow what I'm saying, homie? Now, y'all guys could still try to prove Richie's trying to do something like that, but nobody's buying it. Listen, you can't even sell it to the fucking FBI, and them cocksuckers buy any lie in the world. Cry on, man. Listen, the only crackhead I could have been is if somebody would have made their move. Then I would definitely have the reputation of crack the head. Until then, cry on. The man in command and full control, back quiet.
Knows that you're Crackhead Richie.
Just 2-5 a blow. That's the only one I'm smoking with. You hear him? He has a video of it, but he's still crying for me to take what I have down. Dang it, boy.
No, but you're Crackhead Richie. Don't never try to deny it. It's tattooed on your fucking forehead.
I'm not Crackhead Richie, dude. That's 2x4 in Jersey dressing up as drag. That's Al. That's 2x4 in Jersey dressed up as drag, man. Don't ever get it twisted. See, I turned him out too. That was another one that was coming on a blind date that never showed up. You know what I'm saying? You should have seen when he walked into Utica Avenue, the look on his face when he seen a 78XL and a little 2-pill. Oh man, I can't believe it. I should, you know, once you throw one lob, man, they think you're playing the game. All right, yo, I've just been called to the dugout. I'm gone. I'll catch you girls later. Cry on and sell it to whoever you can. But remember, whoever you sell it to is a worse loser than you. I'm back out.
That's fucked up when your mother gave birth to you. She gave birth to you and then the crack pipe came out after. You're Crackhead Richie. You should be happy you got a title. You're a dignitary now. You're the highest ranking crackhead. How does it feel, Richard? You're the head bum. You're the head bum in charge. You got an office. You got an office and a dumpster with your name on it.
It feels good knowing I'm not the one who ever disobeyed my executive orders. I'm back out.
Who signed your executive orders? Who's the executive that signed your order?
Elaborate, Richard.
Why, that would be Mr. 25 of the Homo, Mr. No Truth or Justice. I just did. Did I make it clear enough? Did I elaborate in enough detail, Homo?
Who signed the executive order? You're under oath.
Okay, I like being under oath. I like my kind of under oath. Now I'm going to get back in the quiet chair and let you girls wallow on. Just think, man. If you were able to do half the things I could do, maybe they would have gave you the 50-year appointment and all them badges. I'm back in my cut.
They gave you a 50-year psychiatry appointment for the rest of your life.
Nine, that's a lie. I only been on the S since 2013. I can't help how long I've been therapizing you. But I got a therapy, man. I got the best therapist in the world. Even though she's starting to be a bitch, I'm back quiet. And that's my own big mouth because, you know, I once got quoted. She was never a bitch to me.
Medicating, you've been self-medicating. You've been doing a lot of things, Richard, and it's time for you to come clean, man. I got the betterment pad out. I got the people with the white coats ready to pick you up and take it back to where you come from.
Listen, the men with the white coats know exactly where I come from, man. I'm exactly where I come from. Brooklyn, United States. I'm back quiet.
No, you come from W, United States.
United States Psycho Ward.
The dude is a fucking retard, man. It's a presidential appointment. You got a psychiatry appointment. And it's been standing for 50 years, a standing appointment. And your therapist, your psychiatrist, they got to drink before you come in the office. You see, they got a fucking bottle of hooch in the bottom of the bed. They drink and say, oh, here comes this fucking crazy motherfucker. I gotta deal with this cocksucker for 40 minutes listening to this stupid shit.
Too much to bear?
It's too much, man. The therapists want to kill it, so the therapist gotta have a therapist.
I'll be like, I want to kill myself.
Richie has a therapist ready to fucking die, man. But the worst thing you can do is be like, you know, the Swallow Master. Swallow Master got like a unique set of problems. He can't stop touching himself. He's a chronic masturbator.
Diablo, puñeta.
You trying to say he's trying to steal 25 of Blahomo's crown? I don't think so.
Richard, don't involve me with your bullshit, Richard.
Well, if you heard what he just said, 25 Blahomo, you would know, like all the listeners, and I know, the only place that shoe fits is where you got to wear it, and that's on you.
Well, you know where my shoe's going to fit.
Yeah, man, listen, I've been hearing that for the last 9.5 years, man. How many times did I give you directions? I know you got Kevlar gloves, you got pliers, you got a hot the pie. Yeah, we know all about it. Hey, yo, let me know when you land that plane. I'm back out.
All right, Fantasy Island boy, whatever you say. 5 badges, presidential appointment, whatever you say, Richard. Now take your meds.
You're jealous over that, ain't you? You're jealous, huh? And something like that make you jealous, huh? Well, listen, I'm not jealous over it. I'm going to tell you why. It's the worst thing that ever happened to me in my fucking life.
And when you get to fucking Fantasy Island, that little midget, that's your twin brother, he's going to go,
But as long as President Ford feels I'm the solution, I now understand exactly to the things of what. I'm the motherfucker empowered to make sure the motherfuckers who think they're unaccountable will be held accountable. And that's all you need to fucking know.
The plane, tattoo. Richie, what are you accountable? What are you accountable for?
I'm accountable for turning you and your clique crew out. I'm accountable for having you jump on my cue. I'm accountable for being in more than full control of you east side pussies and you crybabies out here. And last but not least, I'm most definitely in full control of myself. You want to know how I know? Because I ain't ran down on one of you punk bitches yet.
You're not in control. Stop it now. Stop lying to yourself.
Between every word.
All right, I'm going to get back in my cut. I'm going to go post my therapist on my Facebook for you, Marys. I'm going to get back in my cut, and I'm going to be nice. I'm going to go post my therapist on my Facebook for you, Marys. So in about 10 minutes, go check it. That's who my therapist is. I'm back quiet.
Richard, I don't check your Facebook, you know what I'm saying? I'm a real psychiatrist, and I don't have time for that. But make sure
You're a
that you
dumb scum.
your therapist and let them know that we can work together to help you get to where you need to be.
I'm already where I need to be.
So I'm only here to help, Richard. I'm only here to help. Richard, where did you go? You still got 15 minutes left in your session. It's your time. You can choose to do what you want to do with it.
You gotta have a good pension. You have too many jobs.
Alright, you would think you have like fucking 5 pensions.
Well, you know, Boogie. Boogie, I only wish I had a salary for each agency I have a badge from. But you know how that works out. Don't matter how many different creds you got, you're only getting one salary. I'm that quiet.
I'm only a security guard, man. That's all I am.
Hey, Richard, how much they pay you?
Well, that's okay, man. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, man. It's better than being an East Coast crybaby. I'm not mad at you.
How much do you make the CI?
And they pay good money.
I ain't mad at you, sir. It's better than being an East Coast crybaby, sweating what the next man does or how you do it.
Yeah, but you're an informant. How much they pay you?
What are you talking about? He said he was there when Reagan was shot and he tried to take the bullet, but he was too slow.
Yo, I made between 52 and this year I made 57,000 part-time, working 3 days a week, $57 an hour.
You need to get Richie a job. Get 127 a job.
Nah, you need to...
I got the greatest job to exist on the United States of American soil. Listen to me, 25 Lomo. I got the greatest job in existence on the United States of American soil. I got the job that every badge and motherfucking gun and soldier wish he could have. And they stand there with their platoons. What can that motherfucker do that we can't do? And when they get told sit down, that's a wrap. I'm back out.
It's Sterling Security. You gotta have a weapon.
Richie got the eagle claw. He can rip your throat out without even blinking.
Listen, I'm not proud of that, dude. I'm not proud of that at all. But I'll tell you what, does it make you mad that I did pull something like that off? Does it make you jealous that I did that on a street corner in the early 80s, years before that movie came out? Doesn't that piss you the fuck off?
Yeah, but who taught you that? Who was your grandmaster? He never changed.
Well, listen, Mr. 25 Lahoma, if you don't know who taught me how I roll, I really can't help you, man. But I'm understanding why I was told as an adolescent child while I'm getting this shit knocked out of me all over these 5 boroughs. If anybody ever tells you your arms are too short to box with me, make sure you tell them they're long enough, because I'm the one that taught you everything. I'm that quiet.
That's your simple question. Who taught you that deadly eagle claw technique?
Well, I'll tell you what, when you come to see me, I'll be sure to let you know.
No return forces.
All right, listen, when you bring your Kevlar, your pliers, or your tap, I'll be sure to let you know.
What's your self-defense?
Hey, Mr. Enforcer, I just want you to know something. I got my first official legal suspension on that one. Hey, Mr. 250, I got suspended on that one. You know, when I had to give up my gun and my badge, I was aggravated, but I was told, don't worry, it'll all pan out. And less than 48 hours later, my shit back in my hand. And they had a closed casket. I'm that quiet.
Frankie, so you're the one that trained Mr. Enforcer, right?
No, Mr. 25 almost just dreams of having weird sexual relations with me, man. He thought I was a guy with long brown hair, man. He likes men with long, dark hair, dude. You know, the power of the video games is amazing, man. Anybody that listens to them goes, oh my God. Not only did you slay this guy, but you filleted him, gutted him, and then pieced him out one by one. You filleted all his bones and got it out there on that quiet. Actually, you're wrong. I did train him. I trained him like no other man out here. He's the only one I trained on video gate and broke him down to hysterical crying tears 3 times in 3 different gates in a period of 6 months. Wow, Mr. 25 Below, you can't rebut any of that, huh? See, don't you wish you had the video you said you had? See everything I talk about? I see all the videos I got? I can brag about the ones I got. How about you? And there you have it, folks. The man in command and full control. You ask him what? If you don't know by now, I can't help you. I'm back quiet.
What's going on? What's going on over here? What's going on with all this big talk, all this craziness? What's going on? I hear loquerias going down, man. What the hell? Enforcer, defend me.
Oh yeah, man, the swallow master, the chronic masturbator.
There they go, all the honks, all the jigaboos out there. Take it easy.
Shadow, you hear them, man. You're not as good as Red Hook. You don't follow directions the way you're supposed to. Shadow, you're insubordinate at your task, Shadow. You're insubordinate at your job, Shadow. You can't meet the objectives, Shadow.
He's calling me insubordinate. This guy, I can't believe he's calling me insubordinate to these little mud ducks out here.
Hold on, 25 Blow's trying to defend that. Hold on, let's hear what he got to say. What was that you said, Punky?
Alright, send it to me.
Hey, Punky. Nobody's sending you the jizz. Nobody's sending you the jizz. How many times are you going to tell you Richie ain't like that?
They talking about he training niggas out here. What the hell is wrong with this guy?
I don't know. Listen, the only punks I trained are right there in LES. Only punks I trained are right there in LES. I train them so good that the whole East Coast can tell exactly what they're going to say next. I'm back quiet. And know exactly when they're going to key up. Full control.
Shot like that and leave him alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 Raj, man. Yo, Enforcer 250, you gonna let Richie talk to you like that? You ain't gonna defend me not one bit?
You're not a champion, I told you. He's not the right trainer.
He ain't got a choice, does he?
Richie, stand back.
He's not the right.
Hold on, let him know I'm murdering his Death Star. He would have had a chance if he would have put the IMAX up like everybody told him years ago. An extra 2 to 3 dBs at our radio. But what's he do? He settles for his usual forte. Low. Hey, listen, did anybody ever teach them only in sales and in begging is it better to aim high and miss the name low and hit? Every place else is the other way around. I'm back quiet.
Richie, well, we know you got what you got over there. I just want to hear Enforcer beg and plead for your forgiveness.
Well, listen. I already have him begging and pleading. Okay, that's one of the best videos out there. Enforcer 250 begging and pleading. That's one of the best videos on the playlist. But what you hear in that video is going to shock you. Because the minute you hit rewind and go, hold on, let me see what happened here, that's when you're going to be jumping out of your chair going, fucking Richie's a pro. Yes, Richie is a pro. Richie very much is a pro. Up 1,000 different avenues they wish they could get their feet on the sidewalk too. I'm that quiet.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. We know Richie has problems.
Yeah, you're seizing your phone number.
Roger that. I'm gonna check it out.
I was going on with the wave out there.
In your motherfucking what?
Yeah, motherfucking radio.
That's it. What's going on?
Going on, man. On time, no CV.
La misma mierda, like they say.
That's far on that, no doubt.
Lo mismo te retardado.
Hey, Shadow, you're not a champion. Your trainer misinformed you.
I never heard anybody call him a champion. I heard a lot of people call you a champion.
You're my student. You're a champion. Shadow goes in the ring, gets knocked down 30 seconds in the first round. I told Shadow he's not the one.
He's the way of the bomb.
Shadow, now do you understand how I've been telling you they write scripts for Fantasy Island?
You must admit, Richie, they always try to tear you up, and it's funny. It's funny to hear them tear your ass up, and I like getting in the way. But those two right there, they get dramatic, and you can't do nothing about it. You're gonna fucking rant all night, and then at the end of the night, they're gonna throw CK on you, and CK's gonna finish you off with the rest of the night, and you're gonna sit there in the middle of the morning, and your chest all wobbly, and they're gonna accomplish what they want to take a little bit more out of you.
Yeah, but see, that wasn't me he was talking about. That was your Fantasy Island script he was talking about. And to be honest with you, man, we ain't got to worry about CK. He's still too embarrassed. He's flipped over with his mouth was screaming the other morning to the public route. Listen, Richie's a pro. Richie's a rap trapper. Richie's lyrics are like magnets. Richie's lyrics are like, have the truth flowing from the... Richie's lyrics through the speaker is like a mega dose of dipentyl sodium. I'm back in the cut.
Night long, cause he ain't coming back. He ain't coming back from what he took, and I ain't been there.
When was this?
On Wednesday.
Oh shit, was it alive?
Yeah, it was alive.
Get out of here, holy shit.
It was curled up. I thought it was a little baby bird, but they were... when I hit it, I didn't hit it, and I tapped it with my sneakers, and the wings opened up.
Wow, that's crazy, man. And this is in the daytime.
Yeah, broad daylight. This happened about 6:30 in the evening. But I did, I put it inside a bag, and there's like a little dirt, and I put it in the dirt. When I went back down the nighttime, it wasn't there.
Alright, so it wasn't able to fly, you're saying?
Yeah, it wasn't, since it's in the daytime, I guess in the daytime they sleep. So when I put it in the dirt, I went back in the nighttime, it disappeared, so I guess it flew away.
Oh, okay, roger that. No, that's something.
Nah, another creature ate it. It wasn't dead.
Shut up, Richard. Am I talking to you? You spoken to.
Well, Mr. 25 Homo, it's obvious you have no woods experience or Boy Scout experience or any experience outside of sucking the next man's dick on the radio, but it's obviously he didn't put it deep enough in the dirt and other ground animals ate it. That's why it wasn't there or no trace of it. It's not that it couldn't fly, it was in a bag, but it probably wasn't dead, which is how it got eaten alive because of its movement or its scent. But I'm going to leave it alone, man. You the pro, so pro on, bitch, without sucking my dick.
Check your mic, you got no audio. Yeah, that's better.
I don't know, it sounded like it made sense to me. But then again, what I know about the woods and the jungle and all that other shit, it really doesn't matter, does it? I'm back in my quiet chair.
What story he said? Like, that shit don't make no damn sense, bro. Like, he's gonna marry Sade. He's some type of fucking seed.
Wow, so this is definitely doing better. Yeah, it blows the IMAX away. All right, that's what I thought.
Listen. Stop sweating my fake-ass name's wife. And just to be faker and more fakery with it, it's pronounced Sade. I'm back quiet.
I figured that. Yeah, I know it was going to be a better performance.
Not married nobody but 613 with a wig.
Yeah, 4 bars going into a 5. Shit. It's a lot better.
Well, if he entered the world in this life with the name Genie Pistone, then he better than me.
Richard, stop being delusional. Stop it now.
You gonna fuck Joey Pistone?
It's Sean Day, not Sade, Sean.
Oh, so he's going on with Sean.
Yes, it's one of those female impersonators, you know, those transgenders.
It's not Sade, it's Shanae.
Yes, it's Sean Day. Don't get it twisted. Richard.
Told you he's in the cross dressers. You don't believe me? He knows them all.
Richie loves men with women with the what do you call it? You know what I mean?
I'm not the one on Videogate telling the whole world, watch Richie, blah, blah, blah.
It's not Sade, it's Shanae.
Oh shit! So they haven't taken it.
Imagine you got a disciple or student and you gas him up telling him that he's a champion. He goes in a ring, gets knocked out in the first round. What kind of teacher is that? That's what Richard did to Shadow.
Jab.
That's the teacher that tells you you're fake-ass, fictitious 21-0 and stay that way till you go up against me. But I never heard anybody out here call him a champion. However, I heard a lot of people call you a chumpian.
Oh, but you insinuated he was.
That was a jab.
Hold on, let's get better. How did I insinuate that to you? What lyrics did I use that insinuated that to you?
Richard, stop it already, all right? Stop it already. Stop trying to beat around the bush.
You said I insinuated it. What lyrics or what did I say to make that insinuation? How do you read that into an insinuation? May I ask? That's what I thought. Forget about a 2-5 Oklahoma. You do not have the intellect, the education, or the manhood to tango with me, bitch. Now cry on, chumpian.
Richard, Shadow was not a champion. But you had that man destroyed. I mean, it was just one of his, how can I say, one of his, you know what they call them, when you're just training, you know? And he went in, he just got a couple of jabs from 575 and got knocked out. So how do you say this man is a champion? How do you say Shadow's a champion when he got stomped on by 575? And you want to put him up against Ron Hornet or one of the big dogs? Come on now, Richard, what are you doing out there?
I'm living your fantasy. I'm living your fantasy, man. I still don't understand what lyrics I said or what I said that made that insinuation to you. No one ever called him a champion, but many people have called you a chumpian. So I still can't understand the ramification of the basis of your statement. What was the insinuation? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, I'm gonna get back in the cup, man. Listen, he all mad at Brown because Brown made sure that he can't see Brown's video gates, and obviously that's driving him crazy. But nevertheless, man, the only ones I trained out here was you and the cupcake. You and the cupcake. You I brought to tears. Him, he can't get stuck. He can't get past stuck on stupid. My man's been living the life of reruns Fantasy Island for almost 9.5 years. But we realized the other morning there that he told the whole world a big truth, and it's driving him fucking ballistic because it makes Richie 127% right. That's not me, that's me. I was the one leaning on the car, man. Yeah, you leaning on the car, scam pussy shit, because Wolverine nigga moving your porn off the sidewalk, moving your bitch ass at the check. Now I'm gonna get back quiet and let y'all wonder about that. I'm 10-7.
The ramifications and the faces that you are.
Oh shit. Yo, who woke up Nitrous? Nitrous is out here. Nitrous is out here. The skirts are about to go up. I'll be back. I'm going to go upstairs and take a break.
Yeah, take a break. You do that.
No shit.
Listen, I'll bet you girls cry out. 5 minutes of me not keying up. East Coast don't hear you anymore anyway. That's how full control I'm in.
Remember, stop trying to put people out there and telling them they're champions and they get knocked down the first round. Stop it already.
I never put anybody out there as a champion. We have no idea what you're talking about. We don't know what the insinuation is that created this fantasy in your mind. But you are good at writing scripts for Fantasy Island, boys. I got to give you that. The man in command and full control 3950, I'm gone.
What are you in control of? In command of what?
Watch when I let go of this mic, I'll show you.
You don't have control of your own life. Stop it already, Richard.
That's because my employers disobey executive orders. 127, back quiet.
Oh, yeah, executive orders. And what may they be? And Gerald Ford did not give you a 50-year appointment. Stop it, Richard. You need help. What you need is a shot of truth serum, and then you'll come clean.
I am the truth. The Lone Ranger. And I'm bringing more than silver bullets.
Hey, 9, he needs help. Richard needs help bad. He's losing it.
Yeah, I hear that, man. We may have to call in some more professionals, man. We might have to call in some more professionals to find out what it is we're going to do with this patient.
Hey, that Shadow with the 575 killed over here 3 times. 575 beat him.
That's what I'm saying. You know, 127's out there claiming he made Shadow a champion, and look what happened. Look what happened to his student.
Shadow's master lift fell off.
So he stepped in the ring, it was KO. You know, that's what kind of champion is that?
And that was a KO. That's what 841 be saying, right?
That's it, KO.
I don't know exactly what order he says with the uppercut and yeah, but I know he says KO, lives up. That's what happened to Shadow Master, bendito. Shadow Master, you need more power. Beat me up, more power.
Shadow gotta stop using speaker wire.
Get a real fat boy box. Or something else. You got my number, call me. I'll sell you a brand new fat boy. From Fat Boy.
What the fuck is wrong with that kid?
What was that?
I don't know, man. I think that's become a retard channel. We might as well just get a short bus and put an hand drum on this motherfucker.
Pero él no compra eso. He won't buy one.
You got a little retarded mic out here. You want to play with this fucking microphone and fuck up that. Just fuck his whole shit up. Like retarded. Get out of here with that dumb shit. Hey, you just begging for fucking attention, man. Just waggle. Yo, go smoke crack with your family, yo.
Diablo.
Fucking little crack baby. Yo, for real, man. This is what happens when fucking cousins fuck. For real, man. 2 retarded pit bulls fuck and make a retarded little retarded dumb motherfucker.
Who let the dogs out?
Look at Richie. That shit look like a fucking abomination. Like, that's not even your... Everybody looking for the aliens. Look at Richie. Does that look like you?
That's typical inbreeding.
For real, man. That's fuck.
You would know.
In the head.
Area 51.
Yeah. Come for fucking dumpster 51. Dumpster 251. They told me Shadow was out there with a G-string coax out there trying to kill somebody.
Bendito. with dental floss.
The problem is, Richie took Richie as his master, as his teacher. That was the mistake Shadow made.
That's the wrong with
Oh, Enforcer sounds mighty jealous. Enforcer sounds like he's mighty jealous. That's a homo thing, boys and girls. You didn't hear none of that in the video game. I'm that quiet.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, but you had Shadow under your wing. He came over. He took care of him. You wired up his mobile with 12-gauge speaker wire, and you sent him out to the slaughter, man. That's your doing.
He's never.
Almost there, Enforcer. Only guys like you from LES that live on Scanman antenna systems and dipoles would use anything 12-gauge speaker in a radio game like this. Only you would do shit like that. It gets better by the second. Full control.
I mean, at least give the guy some headgear.
Listen, man, you gotta stop hesitating. You know, Richie's sticky on stupid, and you know, you just gotta think of the next dumb thing to say. We understand. So maybe now and then you'll stay on track. Stay focused, boy.
I can't believe it. He told me, yeah, go out there, Shadow. You're a champion, man, and I'm your teacher. That man gets knocked out in the first round. It wasn't even, I mean, come on, man. You know, not to take anything away from Mac, but, you know, come on, stop it already. He's unprepared, Richard. What are you trying to do to that? To Shadow. What are you trying to do to that young man? All right, you ruined him for life. You told him he was a champion. Go out there, key down on people, and when he gets murdered, you sit back in a cut and laugh. Come on. What kind of teacher are you, Richard?
The only one the East Coast feels I ruined for life out here is you. Your words show it, your cries show it, your fear shows it, and last but not least, your disillusional stories show it. You still ain't said what the insinuation was. You still ain't said what I said to insinuate to you, this whole creation of a Fantasy Island script you're trying to pay for everybody. And nobody got knocked out. Nobody stepped in a ring. We're waiting for you with your Kevlar gloves, your 21-0, your Kevlar, your tap, and your hakara, which I guess is fag terminology for I busted a nut all over myself. I'm back quiet.
Shadow got knocked out 3 rounds. 3 rounds, 3 knockouts on your nephew.
Yeah, but hey, Boogie. I still don't know how I got involved in this, how I'm the promoter, or what it is I said to insinuate this fantasy story.
You send them a Mac to key up this way. You was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, come on. I don't got to lie, no Watergate. And 575, fuck them up 3 times.
Listen, I'm just agreeing with them two, man. They want to key up, go right ahead. I wasn't forcing nobody. You know what I mean? You'll never see me steer a 203 into a key down with a 4-pillar, a fucking 6 or an 8. Come on, dude. This is Richie, RC127 you're talking about. Let me get back in my cut because I'm good at what I do. And if you want to know what I do the best, watch when I let go of this mic. Then you know what I'm in control of. And guess what? I don't care who takes that insinuation and where it goes or what kind of fantasy you make with it. I'm the man in command. I'm the man with the most crybabies out here. And as 2-5 Blow can easily attest, the man with the most sidewalk sap sissies, he's still crying about Kevlar's taps and hapacaras he ain't ever once tried to bring. I'm back quiet.
Well, you put a LiPo 9-volt battery on Shadow Master's back with the remote control, and he got knocked out.
Oh, just because I said I was running a video game. That's my, I got it. I got you.
You amped them up, you send them on a fucking suicide mission, jihad, whatever you call that shit.
Now you get it, Richard. Now you understand?
And you send them to Jersey?
Yes, I do understand now, broken rubber. Hey, Boogie. The little Indian kid comes home, he says to his father, he goes, Dad, how come I don't have a name like Tommy, Frankie, John, or Boogie? And the father says, because we take our names from nature or events that happen. Like take your sister. Her name is Sky because it was a beautiful sky when she was born. And your mother, her name is Rain after rain. He says, do you understand now, broken rubber?
Richie, let me tell you something. You sent your only Puerto Rican nephew to get killed.
Yeah, why is...
Listen, I ain't got no sons. I ain't got no sons out here. I ain't got no bitches. I ain't got no daddies. I got plenty of bitches, though. Hey, listen, I ain't got no sons. I ain't got no nephews. All I have is bitches, and plenty of them. I'm back in my cut.
They call you Uncle Richie.
They can call me anything they want. They're allowed to call me anything they want. They're allowed to, they're allowed to listen. Free speech, bro. They're allowed to say anything they want. But they got to remember, when it's coming at me, it's regarded as sticks and stones. But you never will, I'm back out.
That's child cruelty to Shadow Master. Child cruelty. He called you Uncle Richie.
Well, the only one calling me uncle and daddy out here is 25 Oklahoma. I'm back in the cut.
Sorry, Shadow Master.
So what are you gonna do next? Are you gonna remodel his vehicle? You're gonna, put 8 gauge, 6 gauge, 2 gauge wire, Richard? Put an 8 pill in there? What are you gonna do for that man, your nephew? Don't send him out again for the slaughter, Richard. You misinformed him. You told him he was a pedigree, he was a stallion, a buck, and you sent him out there to get knocked out, Richard. Shame on you. You broke his spirit. They're going to have to put that horse down.
As long as I didn't break his manhood, as long as he ain't out here crying like a bitch, screaming, take it down, man, take it down, man, take it down. Oh, man, this is getting funny. I'm going to leave it up to you. I'm going to let you cry on. I'm going to let you try to save face. I'm going to let you try to gain some kind of confidence. I'm going to wait to see who's going to back you up out here. So far, I've been waiting years, but nobody has. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to get back in my quiet chair. 2.5 Oklahoma. Hey, listen. At least you're cheaper than the other guy. For him, it's 220s, and he'll do you too. But I'm going to get back in the cut and let you boys rock on. Because boys in the sand are not my style. I'm that quiet.
Police should have sent him to die with a full stomach. Should have fed him first.
I don't think Shadow's gonna recover from that whipping.
And he sent him out there without feeding him the last meal, at least.
Well, I don't know. That shit went down last week. It seems like the only one that didn't recover from it is you. It impacted you more than him and me. And Mac.
And Shadow was hungry. He didn't even fed him. You feel him?
He can't afford to.
He died with an empty stomach. That's cruelty to a child, man, to your own nephew.
How do you do that to your nephew, Richard?
Well, it's not their fault, man. They're paying $7 and $8 for a dozen of eggs, you know what I'm saying? They're too stupid to cross the bridge because they're scared. Get them for under $3 a dozen, you know?
He could have given him a knife so he could have took it to the stomach.
Richard, where do you get a dozen of eggs for $3? We're not talking about what the supermarket discards when they can't sell them anymore because of the expiration date. Where the hell do you get eggs for $3 a dozen? Stop it, Richard.
$2.79 on Amazon. $2.59 when you go to Walmart. I'm going to get back in my quiet chair.
So that's why you eat so many eggs. Don't you know that's high in cholesterol, Richard?
Well, I ain't boiled no eggs yet, but my man Q says I'm running a chicken farm. He says I got over 6 dozen eggs in that refrigerator. I'm going to get back in my cut.
Your man Q, I thought Q left. You telling me he's back living with you again?
Nah, he don't live with me. He lives in the other apartment that's in the house. You forget this house is a mother and a daughter, which means on the sidewalk there's 2 entrances and 2 different full-scale apartments, 2 different kitchens, 2 different bathrooms, and only 1 entrance in. I'm going to get back in my quiet chair, let you wallow on your fantasy.
How many eggs you buy, 24?
He said he eats a dozen of eggs and a pound of bacon for breakfast.
He's going to die.
Yeah, that's going to kill you, Richard. That's going to stop your heart.
Gotta die of something, dude. I ain't worried about my heart. My heart can withstand 1,300 beats per minute and any attack it's ever encountered. I ain't worried about that. I'm back in the cut. Well, it withstands more than 1,300. I just took my eyes off the EKG at like 1,350. I didn't want to see it no more. I let them wallow in that.
Richard, your heart rate with 1,350. You're still alive, Richard?
Yeah, man, there's a difference between me and you. You're a little water balloon, I'm something different. But that's why I keep telling y'all, dog pluckers, I'm worse than a rat. A rat heartbeat only goes 1,100 beats per minute before it pops. I'm back in the cut.
So you're not a human then, Richard. You're a humanoid.
Oh no, listen, I don't know any dictionary. I don't know any dictionary that has the word humanoid or Death Star. I'm gonna get back in my cut.
So your heart rate is 1,300 a minute at maximum rate. You're not a human. So stop it, Richard. No one's heart rate is 1,300 a minute per minute. Stop it.
No, negative. I don't run at 1,300 per minute. But if you get hit with the wrong chemical warfare shit, you will pop. Question is, how fast can your heart go? Question is, can you put over 700 beats on an EKG without having a heart attack? No, you cannot. But they witnessed my heart at 1,300 BPM on their EKGs while they were trying to kill me. I'm back in my quiet chair. Worse than that. Uneducated fools. How they say it? Uneducated fools from uneducated schools. I'm back in my quiet chair.
Secret research they were doing in Area 51?
Well, listen, Mr. 250. I don't know what a humanoid is, but at least you're understanding the difference between the two species of humans that do exist. I do commend you on that.
So you're not of this world, you're saying?
Well, you know, as I perceive to believe it, I'm like the government. As I perceive to believe it, I walked out of Coney Island Hospital on November 27, 1966, or a couple of months after that. I know my birth was November 27, 1966. According to the doctors, I was dead 9 to 11 minutes. They were wheeling me out to the morgue when the blankets started moving. Dang, boy. According to them, according to their clocks and their logs, they estimate I was dead for a little over 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't know, man. You're a man in command, in full control. I'm back quiet.
That was coincidence, really? That was really coincidence.
No, we don't believe in coincidences. I just find it hard to believe that after 10 years and all his long arm, strong arm of the law shit, Mr. Justified Truth is now, at this time and date, actually realizing the difference between the two species of human that the dictionary can clearly tell you do exist. I'm back quiet.
You don't think that was your daddy letting you know that those numbers are going to wind up snatching the breath out of your fucking lungs?
Listen, it don't matter if those numbers ever snatch the breath out of my lungs. As long as you recognize and realize it'll never be one of you motherfuckers. I'm back quiet.
9 to 11 minutes, man. I find that interesting.
Yeah, me too, dude. I find that very interesting. But they said they kept a log on it, so I'm not going to argue it, man. I'm not going to argue it at all, man. You know what I'm saying? If they got paperwork on it that reflects that, better for me. What am I to argue? I'm the one sitting here keying the mic. So what if when I shot out the hole, according to them, I had no vitals for over 10 minutes? They labeled me God's child. I'm back in my quiet chair.
Well, that would explain the reason why you like that. Of oxygen when a baby the lack of oxygen to the brain like that.
Yeah, that's it, man. You right, man. You right.
Now we understand why your head is shaped like a cone head and shit. Like a little baby cone head.
Coming from a scumbag that never seen me with his own eyes face to face, I take that as a compliment. Now, 9 dumb scummy, cry on.
You look like a dude. The tip of your fucking animal.
Poor Mr. Enforcer, still getting over the fact that my last name's Human.
You look like a no net.
Richard, no human being could survive 11 minutes without their braining cease to function. If your brain does not get oxygen for that period of time, you can't function. It's called being brain damaged. So maybe that's the state that you're in. Am I clear to understand that you have severe brain damage? That's the reason why you are the way you are, Richard? Are you coming clean saying 11 minutes without oxygen to your brain as a child or as a baby when you were born, and this is what you become, a vegetable?
If you would like to know clearly what brain damage is, all you have to do is tell me what was the insinuation. And there you have brain damage. I'm back in my quiet chair.
Now, Richard, right now, what we've been listening to for the last years, like you like to call it, has been brain damage.
Richard, stop deflecting the question.
Listen, A9, I'll take my brain damage or whatever you call it. I'll take whatever it is I got, whatever knack I got, whatever gift, whatever rap trap, whatever it is my brain is that I'm having a problem with. Only problem with my brain that's in my head at the moment is it don't belong to me. It belongs to a defunct sellout. It's not mine. Okay? It's not mine. It might be stuck between my ears, but the brain spin in there does not belong to me. With that, I'm back quiet.
I believe that, Richard. Now we know why you say the things you say. Now it's all starting to make sense now.
9, I say the things I say because I'm keeping it 127% real. It's not my fault that none of y'all can say things like this and it be true. It's not my fault. You know, if it was true, maybe they would have given you the 50-year presidential appointment. Maybe a president would have trusted you with the safety of this nation. You know what I mean? With that, I'm back in my quiet chair.
Since you love numbers, let's do the numbers. 9 to 11 minutes, you now have oxygen going to your brain. So 127%, you're a fucking retard.
Cool, thank you.
To say for yourself, Richard.
Exactly what I say all the time. Cry on, bitches. I'm back quiet.
I know you would. You know what? He wouldn't understand that he's retarded. Most people that are retarded don't know they're retarded.
You're one of them, jerk off.
He's in denial, man. That's fucked up, yo.
You know, the sad part, people with severe mental illness actually believes the shit that's in their brain that they're spitting out. That's the sad part. You see, in his mind, he's believing everything he's saying. It's real to him. To him, that's his truth. That's his reality. But to everyone else, it's just a made-up fantasy. Richard, listen to yourself and analyze what comes out of your mouth. And then maybe, I wouldn't even say maybe that'll change your mindset. Because, like you said, 9 to 11 minutes, you have severe brain damage. So that explains everything. See, he just actually came clean. Now we understand, Richard.
Yo, 5 minutes, you're starting to have brain damage. 10 minutes, your brain dead. Dead.
Yeah, so basically.
Well, then that means I'm a brain-dead motherfucker and I got all these wannabe tough guys, skagger bangers, and homos at my beck and call, dribbling off my dick because I'm brain-dead. I'm back in my quiet chair.
You've been a zombie all these years.
5 minutes, you start becoming severe brain dead. 10 minutes, you're dead.
I'm dead. Look, I'm dead. I'm a dead man sitting here keying this mic.
Dead, I will.
A dead man sitting here keying this mic.
That's what science says. 10 minutes. Shit, you're done.
Shit is fucked up. Now we understand, though, why he comes out with this fucking Fantasy Island stories and shit. That's the mark of a retard right there.
No. Fantasy Island is when I hear one of you motherfuckers say what you're going to do to me and still haven't delivered one thing yet. That's Fantasy Island. What happens after that is very real. I'm back in my quiet chair.
That's why he look like one of those fucked up people in those countries where they head is smaller than their body and shit.
You know.
Again, dude, you're Western 2-5 homo trying to describe my body and you never see me face to face. You know what I mean? He masturbates over a video shot. He masturbates over a camera shot, a still screenshot. You know what I mean? I have to take where it's coming from, man. Now, I am a little tired, and I want to smoke some more Gorilla Glue. So I'm going to get back in the cut. I'm going to allow you girls to cry on and worry about why I'm not dead, why I'm not brain dead, why I'm able to do the things I do, and why I'm so cocky and confident about the job I got. 127, back quiet.
We know, Richie, you was born a pygmy. I understand.
9 to 9, that's the closest to the truth I ever heard you say. You're right. I was born a pig, not a pygmy. But I'm a pig in more ways than one. And to most of the other globes, I'm considered the great American pig. And that's all I give a flying fuck about.
Wait a minute, you just admitted you want to smoke Gorilla Glue.
That bullshit, man. You a little pygmy, yo. You little issue looking motherfucker, man. Like,
Richard, you smoking Gorilla Glue?
Gorilla Glue.
He's not serious. He just said.
You better believe I'm smoking Gorilla Glue. You better believe I'm smoking Gorilla Glue. You better believe I'm smoking Gorilla Glue.
Someone explain to me that's some type of weed or something that I'm not aware of. What the fuck is Gorilla Glue? I mean, I know it's something that you glue shit together.
Well, I just put it in the video game for you. Where we at? The 105-minute zone. But you know, you can take your truth and justice and that brain that's not dead, and you could Google the 2 words, Gorilla Glue Exotics. But listen, don't think that that big old monkey looks like me, even though that's what I would look like beating down on you.
But you're not beating anyone down. Stop it already. You're just a killer behind the mic. Stop it. You're homeless.
Yeah, I sure am, man. I went out and bought Kevlar gloves, I got special flyers, and I begged for directions because I'm not any of that. Yeah, I hear you, man. I feel you. I know what you want. I know what you want the whole world to see, but you got to recognize 2 things. Richie's not your kind. No matter how good he sounds behind his mic, no matter how good his rap trap is, I'm that quiet.
How much they pay you to be a CI, Richard? Remember when John Shaft asked you how much they pay you to be a CI? Well, what's the going rate?
Well, I don't know, man. I heard you and the boys talking about it a couple of years ago in detail. I really wouldn't know. I have not paid any CIs in decades. I have not did that kind of paperwork in decades, so I really could not answer that. That's like I don't give 2 fucks about what the color of the day is. I'm not active in there on any movement, so I really don't give a fuck about that either. You understand? I know wherever my 2 feet stand and I identify myself. I'm the fucking boss. That's all I care about. I'm that quiet.
You're the boss. Wait a minute. Ho. Wait a minute. You're the boss now, Richard? What are you, a mafia boss now? Do I gotta kiss your ring or what, Richard?
Listen, we already know what you've been kissing for the last decade. It ain't my ring. And to be honest with you, no, man, I'm not a mobster. I'm not a gangster. I don't give a fuck what my family name says. I'm not a gangster. I'm on paper as one of the #1 gangster killers. I'm proud of that. I'll say it again, Mr. 25 Oklahoma. There ain't another cop on the NYPD roster that put more than 5 family members in the ground than I have. And one of them was that guy with the eagle claw that you're so worried about. With that, I'm back quiet.
I just want to know one thing, and I'm going to put it on the side. Who taught you that technique? Why did you rip that man's throat out?
Why did I rip his throat out? Because I told him nobody's going to shoot you, man. And my gun was in the air, and he decided to reload his clip and fire upon me. So after he put 2 rounds through me, I ripped his fucking throat out. What was the problem? I gave up my shirt for evidence, and that was that. I was cleared 2 days fucking later. I don't care.
And you didn't get reprimanded for that, Richard, by the department?
No, sir. How you going to reprimand me when there's a video showing clearly that the officer gave him a full chance to put his weapon down, and instead of doing that, he decided to reload another clip and fire 2 rounds? How you going to reprimand me for anything when the video shows that clearly?
Richard, in the 80s, there was no body cams and there was no cell phone cameras, Richard. Who was recording that?
Well, you forget there was houses there, man. There were security cameras. Somebody produced a video for the department, and I got reinstated immediately. So what do you blame? I never seen the video. That's what was told to me afterwards. I never seen the video. I really don't give a fuck. I know if there was no reprimand involved, you didn't need to reprimand in that situation.
Hey, Richie, how tall are you?
5'7". It depends on my weight. If I'm over 200, I'm 5'6". If I'm under, I'm 5'7". I know it's weird, but it's true.
He's 5'0", 245 pounds.
Yo. You hear 25 Oklahoma? 5 foot and 245. That's coming from a man that never seen me face to face. That's just a homo fantasy. I'm back in my quiet chair.
Man, for that height and that weight and you eating bacon? Shit.
He basically looks like a bowling ball with stubby hands and little fingers.
Hey man, cameras make everything look bigger, including porn stars. Yeah, maybe I should play that video for them. Maybe they'd understand your mindset a little better. Maybe they'll understand where your dead brain is not. I'm back quiet.
We already seen your reflection when you were butt naked fixing someone's radio.
Look at that. Butt naked. Mr. Enforcer, I'm glad you keep on your brain butt naked. I'm glad what's lodged in your brain is what you believe is butt naked through the reflection of a knob. It tells me what your game is out here. You're like that other mother who says, I'm looking for reflection. Hold on, let me give you my little pinky over here. You might think that's my coolie. All right, I'm going to get back quiet here because they're living off reflections. Listen, I don't want to break your bubble, man, but the girls I love the most singing that song, please don't disrespect them. Reflections of the things they thought they seen. Reflections of the love they wish I could be. I'm back quiet.
What kind of naked singing shop is that? What the fuck?
Hey, Boogie, they swear they see me naked through the knobs. Boogie, they swear they see the chest sitting next to the radio naked through the arms. Well, the chest is allowed to be naked. But Boogie, they're seeing Cooley, they're seeing Peter. Yo, Boogie, pay attention here, Boogie.
That's a fucked up TV shop, bro, being naked.
Well, listen, you gotta take its source, bro. You gotta take where it's coming from. It's coming from the Village Voices. It's coming from the LG, whatever you said, crowd. It's coming from the master, the new Grand Poobah or whatever that is.
I will call that a Curito Cagado TV shop.
Richard, what do you identify as, a lesbian, a butcher, or a transgender?
I confess, man, I'm always going to be classified a lesbian because I'm definitely a lesbian trapped in a man's body. I'm not going to lie. I shall not tell a lie. I like what that man said earlier, man. Tell the truth, shame the devil. That made a lot of sense. So there I go. I'm telling the truth. I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. I'm sorry.
All right, I get it. I accept that. So you're coming clean. So you're a lesbian in a man's body. All right.
So you clearly understand that I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body, and I only eat pussy, and only women turn me on, which means I should not have to hear your whining, willing, wanton, hopeful ass out here anymore dreaming.
Whoa. I'm a man. I eat pussy. I don't feel like a lesbian.
No, but you know what it is? He goes both ways, so he still likes the strap-on.
Yo.
Because lesbians still like it, they like it both ways. Even though they like women, they like eating pussy, they also like to get strapped on.
Well, Mr. Enforcer, I'm not going to lie. I told you I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. And I got between two lesbians once. One put a dildo in one ear, one put a dildo in my other ear, and I went around like a monkey on a stick. I'm back quiet.
What the fuck? Diablo, puñeta, me quiero matar.
What did the third lesbian, where did she put her dildo? In the coolie? Come clean, Richard.
I said a pair. I didn't say anything about triplets. I said I got between a pair of them one time. One put one in one ear, one put one in the other ear, and I went around like a monkey on a stick. I heard you giggling out there, so it's obvious that you remember that little push button toy too.
He's a lesbian in a man's body.
He feels like a woman with a lady.
It's a baby mushroom. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is that with the LGBTQ plus XYZ crew? I mean, is that a category, Richard, that you're in? I never heard of a lesbian in a man's body.
That's a lot.
Lower that verse. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm wrong. There actually is a politician that became, now check this out. He's married with children. A politician became a lesbian, a man with, with all his attributes, and he became a lesbian so he could be accepted in politics, I guess. That's the way to go, Richard. So, if you want to keep that presidential appointment, you gotta, I guess that's what it takes to admit that you're a lesbian. You can't make this shit up.
Como 911 say,
Binary or non-binary?
Oh my God.
All I know, I don't know anyone alive on this planet that survives 9 to 11 minutes starving their brain of oxygen and still alive without being brain dead.
I don't know how they survived in the 2 or 11 minutes with some dildos in his ear running around like a fucking faggot in Boy Scout.
Damn.
Shit is sad, man. This crackhead, yo. When he go into the lie, he go deeper and deeper and deeper into the lie, yo. And now I'll tell you, you dealing with a fucking crew cake, what is that? You know, come on. Look at this dude, man. Just buried himself deeper. He killed 5 mob bosses, and then he had 2 dildos in his ear. He started off the sentence trying to sound like a tough guy and come out sounding like a homo.
That's the part I don't understand. He says he used to work in a pizzeria by the name of Pizzazz Pizzeria on St. Mark's in the East Village. And that gay guys would come in and...
According to 2-5 the homo, that pizzeria never existed.
Now, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but, you know, it seems like why would a gay man grab your hand and rub on it unless he knows that you're gay? Right, Richard? He sensed it. They could, you know, it seems like gay guys could sense out another gay man.
Well, I do appreciate your first-hand knowledge. It does sound exquisite. But according to you, that pizzeria simply never existed and there was no such pizza there. What'd you do? Go watch Desperately Seeking Susan and go, oh shit, he's telling the truth? I'm back quiet. Maybe you'll tell me who was leaning over those Cinzano umbrellas and who was wiping those tables down. Maybe you could tell me who that was.
What's the guys? Oh boy.
So how many guys grabbed your hand, rubbed it, before you jumped over the counter, pounded them out? How many incidents took place?
Well, you know, Mr. Enforcer, I really couldn't answer that because, you know, I only know homo guys like you will find a way to brush your hand when you're handing them a slice of pizza. And whenever that happened, the 9th Precinct can tell you how many times that happened because they immediately got called and had to peel me off, you low-life cocksuckers. But if you have the balls to brush my hand while I'm handing you a slice of pizza across the counter, then you have the balls to catch what's coming. And why they do that, I don't know. I guess it was the 80s. It was your heyday, man, when y'all wanted your rights, when y'all were happy, carefree, and whatever your theme song was. Remember I told you what your theme song was? We're learning a lot about you, 2-5 Oklahoma. But I thought that pizzeria didn't exist. What happened?
Wait a minute, Richard. Stop this shit now.
Richie's good, huh? Richie spit it out so quick, you're like, damn, Richie knows how to handle this shit just fine. You like the way I do it, huh? You like my rap trap. But hey, Mr. 2-5 Homo, listen, the things that stay on your brain and the things that lodge in your brain or the things you believe in or the things that bother you, it's coming clean, man. Now, I have no idea why gay men do that, but you're teaching us, man. You're teaching us all about how gay men attraction is. All we got to do is listen to you, dude.
Understand these are both the same incident, or these are separate things that took place? Because you're confusing me, Richard. You said the guy was grabbing your hand or rubbing.
Yeah. Whatever you say, 2-5 Lomo. It seems like when it comes out of your mouth, it's never the same as it coming out of Richie's mouth. I'm going to get back in my quiet chair, let it rock on. The rat trap is clear.
So you're saying it never took place, that the guy never rubbed your hand while you were handing him the slice of pizza? See how I catch you in a lie? That's all on video. You know that. Video gates don't lie.
Are you wishing you were one of those guys that got the shit kicked out of them by me?
No, I mean, you know, if you're going to be a liar about something, or, you know, be consistent at least. You know, I'm not saying that you didn't work there or the pizza shop didn't exist, but your first claim you made, or, you know, you alleged that the guy rubbed your hand while you were handing him the slice of pizza and you jumped over the counter and whipped on him. Now you're making up a new one that this gay guy was brushing his hair while you were handing him pizza, and that made you go berserk and you pounded him out. So, you know, which is it? He was brushing his hair or he was rubbing his hand? Or he was rubbing your hand? Make up your mind. Get the story, make it consistent at least.
Well, Mr. Enforcer, that's the difference between me and you. I don't have to make up lies. I can spit the truth and it be real. The bottom line is this. If I'm handing you a white paper plate with a slice of pizza on it and you find a way to brush my hand, you asked for me to jump over that counter and fuck your homo ass up. That's it. That's all I got to say on that one. Now, with that, what do you mean that pizzeria? What do you mean you're wondering, dude? I got 3 years of video games and you claiming that pizzeria did not exist. There was no such pizza on St. Mark's Place right outside the St. Mark's where we get in the doors. What are you talking about, 25 Lomo? Why is this all on your brain if it didn't exist? Oh, I get it, because you're demonstrating your mail. I got it. You know, the kind of things worry me, man. The power of the video gates. Like I said, man, if one of you homo motherfuckers find a way to brush a man's hand while he's handing across a counter a white paper plate with a slice of pizza in it, then you beg to get yourself fucked up.
Unless they're homosexual, handing the man a pizza. You know, you gotta understand, Richard, there's no reason...
Well, it's guaranteed they're a homo, man. You said it yourself, just that right there.
Now, if a gay man is when you're handing him the pizza and he's rubbing your hand, he's detected something in you. You know, it's like an animal. He smelled the gayness in you. He sensed the woman, the pheromone.
Right?
Like him. So he was just testing you. He was testing the waters. And you went for it, Richard. Obviously, you must have been attracted to him.
Well, you know, I understand how you work and how you operate, but as you can see, I jumped over the counter and fucked him up to where they had to get the police to pull me off him. So I guess you can see that me and you are two different creatures. But go on, dude. You're very entertaining. You got me in the bandwagon laughing right now.
I don't know. It seemed that Richard had...
He still can't see it. He's too dumb. He's talking about what will compel him to touch the next man's hand. You understand? What will compel him? I don't know, Mr. Enforcer. What compels you when somebody's putting a plate across a counter? What would compel you to brush that man's hand?
Well, that's the difference between me and you, Richard. I don't rub on no man's hand.
Well, see, that's the difference between me and you. I wouldn't let a next man do that, so I wouldn't know what compelled him. I guess when you're working on the East Village in St. Mark's Place, Queerville, USA, you got to put up with that bullshit. But you see how I handle the situation. The same way I'll handle you when you bring your Kevlar and your tap. And guess what? They will be removing me the same way off of you. The same motherfuckers. With that, I'm back quiet.
So let's conclude this episode. Was there a happy ending?
Mr. Enforcer, I don't know what kind of endings you have, man. I don't know what compels you to do those things. But we're going to find out after you try, right?
No, I figured, he was rubbing on your hand like he was grabbing the dildo. I figured, that you both came to some conclusion. And someone got happy.
Well, Mr. Enforcer, I don't know anybody that ever rubbed on my hand. Brushing somebody and rubbing on somebody is two different things. If your skin touches me in any way, shape, or form while I'm handing you a paper plate with a slice of pizza in it, I'm fucking you up. You understand how I said that? Well, that's exactly what the situation was. So, if you can't understand what it is, I can't help you. I have no idea what compelled guys like you to do something like that, and I don't really give a fuck.
You're fucking him up in which way?
Hold on, his homo brain's still trying to think of something. You forget, he's in the heart of the village.
You're gonna fuck him up in a sexual way, or?
Yeah, he's the village's #1 voice, don't you notice?
That's it.
But I gotta be careful how I say this, man. They might catch me, they might arrest me, they might rearrest me for fag bashing in the 80s, my bad.
You experienced something like that. He must have rubbed somebody's hand.
Poor Nitro. The power of this video gate. This is a good video gate. Brushed hand, we're going to call it. Brushed hands. The title of this video gate is going to be Brushed Hands. But I bet you Nitro and 25 Oklahoma would find a way to brush somebody's skin.
I tell you one thing. Never in my life, in any capacity, did I have any man rub on my hand. All right? There's no reason for that, Richard, because #1.
No man ever rubbed on my hand either, motherfucker.
And attracted to me because they know I don't play that. They just look at me and they're like, okay, he's straight. But you, Richard, they see a lot of Butty Boy in you.
Well, 2-5 Homo, the only person that seen them rubbing on my hand was you. So, I figured I'd answer your question. But you're asking what would compel the man to do that, and we're learning from you what that compulsion would be. I have no idea what that compulsion is, but I do know this. If your skin touches me in any way, shape, or form while I'm putting a 9-inch round paper plate with a slice of pizza on it between me and you, that means you did something wrong, and I'm going to fuck you up. And if you can't handle that, I can't handle what you're asking me.
Yeah, but you're missing the whole point. For the man to rub on your hand while you were handing him that slice of pizza, he had to assume that you were like him, that you were homosexual. You get it? You're missing the point.
No, I'm not getting the point. He lives where you are. He walks like you. He lives where you are. He thought I was like him. I'm not missing the point. It's the same thing going on out here. You motherfuckers think I live your life. You think I'm like you. You know what I mean? And I don't mind that. You're welcome to think anything you want. You're welcome to say anything you want. But when you touch a nigga, when he's handing you a slice of pizza, if your skin touches him, he's going to fuck you up. Now, maybe you wouldn't fuck the next man up, but I know I would.
So wait a minute, you claim you worked in Pizzazz Pizzeria in the so-called, first of all, the East Village over here is not a gay neighborhood, Richard. You're talking about the West Village. In the 80s, the East Village is...
See, he's trying to defend his kind now.
I don't know what you automatically come to a conclusion that this is a neighborhood with a lot of gay people. But that's beside the point. The point is, he's seen some sugar in your tank. So when you handed him that pizza, you had that eye-to-eye contact, and there was a glow. All right? He's seen that glow in your eyes, Richard.
Well, I appreciate you telling us what would compel a gay man to touch the next man's hand that he had no reason to. And I appreciate you explaining to us in detail exactly why they would do that. You know what I mean? So I'm learning from you, dude. All I can tell you is, I don't know why they do it, but I can tell you how it ended. I can tell you what the ending was, and I'm sure I was not happy for that homo. I'm back quiet.
I don't know, Richard. I gotta go get something to drink. I'll be back.
Alright, well, while you're at the pizzeria, man, get me a couple of sodas and a half a pie. But try not to brush that man's hand, or he'll fuck you up like the rest.
Maybe East Pizza again.